Hey, it's Ninja Boy, welcome back once again to the Vanilla Level Design Contest 9 entries onto Stellar Garden. So, this is a level, it's a very nice, pretty level. I remember this one. The baby face thing is kinda on the creepy side. I will admit that. But other than that, I mean, it is a very, very nice looking level. Also, there is pure death for me for being dummy dum-dum there and jumping where I shouldn't have gone. Also, this Pokey confused me to no end when I originally saw it, because it's like it's a tall Pokey. I'm like, what is up with the tall Pokey? I thought they were all small when Mario yeah, it's actually two Pokies. I was very confused by that it was large when I came over here to it. But alas, it was not tall, and my confusion subsided to the point of understanding that I am playing the game extremely poorly, extremely bad, extremely likey dummy dum-dum shoes. Look at that! Look how bad I am at playing this game. It is unbelievable how bad I am at Mario sometimes. But we'll go up the pipe anyway and continue on. Red stars won't make you fly, but maybe they'll work on your enemies. You'll see what I mean soon enough. So, again, the shenanigans with that one tile that allows sprites to kind of essentially float on it, or float through it. So, I mean, that gimmick has been used a lot in this thing of game-ness stuff. Also, yeah, the level ramps up in difficulty, not by a huge degree, by a bit. I mean, mainly because it is scrolling a little bit faster than you'd typically want it to go, but not fast enough to make it so you're completely in danger 100% of the time. You just end up playing really poorly, crappily, because you're a bad player and can't avoid tiny little star pieces. That's about it, really. Can't avoid tiny little star pieces because bad at playing you are. Not everyone is, just some. Not naming names, cough cough me, cough. But yes, and going in the end. 'Cause the end is right here. Very nice level. Very pretty level. I don't know. I like it. I like the level. Very rompy-esque, not too hard, not too demanding. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, 47. And, yeah, go back to Earth. Interplanetary. Intergalactic, interplanetary, planetary, intergalactic. Another space-themed thing. Also, I question how vanilla this is, because that moon does not look very vanilla. Like, it's very stretched on the meaning, at least. Like, that is a certainty that the moon is very stretched on the term vanilla. I'm not sure exactly what it is besides the, what's it called? Hills from the Overworld. That's the only thing, the big green hill that gets the band-aid on it, from the Overworld. That's the only thing I can think that is. But again, I am not 100% sure if that is fully correct or not. So, we move on. And again, like, hills from the Overworld, and I want to say those are the level dots from the Overworld. Stand on top of the pressure plate to activate this machine. It will prepare your body for interplanetary travel. And as you can tell, these are just brown used blocks that invoke the wrath of the block snake. But then you have swimming portions with asteroids that slowly fall. I like this part. Some of it seems a little hard for what it really should be. There's nothing too demanding about it. There's just a lot of stuff to keep track of. And I want to say those are either blurps or Eries that are floating by, but I'm not sure. And I want to say those are Potobos that are swimming by as well, because they bounce off of things. And the only thing I can think of that does diagonal stuff like that are Potobos. So that is where my thinking comes from. Anyway, if you don't go in the pipe, you're going to go in for a bad time. But some new Potoblurps there. Potoblurps, because that's a new word I've decided is a thing. Potoblurps. Here's some other Potoboos. And a skullfish. I want to say that if you go over there, there's a dragon coin, but I might be thinking of the upper path. Oh, I did not realize that sank. I won't even try and deny that. I didn't realize that sank. Though, now we go this way, up the elevator shaft, and those coins tell you where the Potoboos are going to be, obviously. So yeah, that's why I don't know how I did not die when I first played this level, because I got that dragon coin, I knew it was there, I just didn't die there. So I'm wondering what I did slightly differently. Maybe I was just jumping to hit those boxes and didn't realize that it fell. Maybe I was just pure lucky in not realizing they fell, thinking they were just what's it called things, floating platforms, not the carrot platforms. So there is that potential. And jump here, go here, jump there, and yeah, those are raising, lowering pipes if you cannot tell. Bop. Next pipe. Earth, please mine the big asteroids. They may have different colors, but all of them are harmful. So yeah, these, you kind of have to bounce on that guy. I mean, that's the only way I can tell to get up there. It's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't cause any issue. But yeah, so big asteroids. They may have different colors, but avoid them. They are ball and chains. Except those are mines, I believe. I still want to know what the ones that float around that go diagonal are. But yeah, those are mines, those are ball and chains. This part here is probably the most demanding that the level throws at you. Just because you have all these random big asteroids floating around. And they're not hard to predict, they're very easy to predict. And as long as you follow the coins and stuff, you're pretty much safe. So, I mean, you shouldn't take damage at all. But there we have it. It is the end of the level. Another very nice level. The space levels are all rather nice. I mean, not much else to say about that. Space levels are nice. Anyway, thanks. On to, oh yeah, switch blub blue switch. I can read, maybe. 48. let's move on to the next one. I'm waiting for one of them to have the troll intro to show off to people. Frozen Mirage. Oh yeah. Is this the one? Welcome, be careful, and explore every... Oh no, this is this one, I believe. I don't want to hit that yet. Or is it? Oh no, I know exactly what this one is. This is the one I did not like, because it does things like that. Where the P-switch is... I mean, it's used, but it does things that it's like, oh, hey, by the way, there's a tiny little thing here. What the hell was that? But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, there's a tiny little thing here that you have to watch for to make sure that you get. It's not a fun level. It's really not. But if I remember right, you don't want to go down here with the P-switch because that just takes you... Is it? No, I guess maybe that is... but you want the P-switch. I do remember that. You want the P-switch. No, I don't want to go in there. I want to come over here and get this first. And then go in there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, this is the one. Also, there's land at the bottom. That right there is a hoax from what I remember. Or is it? No, I think that is the correct path. You want to go in here, that's why you need the P-switch. No, it is not. Okay, now I am a little confuser-pated. I'm trying to remember this level, because I remember the end. And the end you do need a P-switch for, I want to say. Because the P-switch is important. And... I don't think it made that super clear, but yeah, you want to keep the P-switch with you. So it leads you to believe that it's a false, what is it, red herring thing. It's a fish. No. Oh yeah, no, that's what it does, is the P-switch falls. And even though it's like, oh yeah, you need the P-switch, there is one actually over here somewhere. Stupid chucks. There it is. Yeah, so you do need the P-switch, you just don't need the first P-switch. And where you need the P-switch at, you actually need it there. I mean, pretty obvious where you need it. Also, there's a thing... I want to say there's a thing up there, which is kind of odd. But anyway, you need this door. And that takes you to the end. In theory, it's an interesting concept, but it's not put together very well, and it's a very bland, boring level. It's not hard in any means, and the P-switch thing, that's why I was thinking of, is the end where you have to use it to go in the door. That's very obviously there. But yeah, just kind of a bland, boring level, not hard, very... mundane, really. Anyway, let us move forward to the next level. Not that one. 49. Or was that the one I just played? No, Sky at the Weird. So this one, I don't know. Oh, this one. This one is interesting. So you have Mr. Upside Down Dolphin there. That is actually a muncher. So you will get hurt if you jump on him. You don't want to jump on the muncher. Also, these you can grab onto. Not super clear. Also, I learned that that's a muncher because I landed on that the first time through. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can't actually go on there. That's great. But this is like a gigantic fever dream. I mean, I don't know any better way to describe it. It's a big fever dream of sorts. Though it does use one of my favorite concepts that is a big glitch, but it is one of my favorite glitches, which is that needs more speed. So you ride a thing through the wall. That is one of my favorite little things. But yeah. So you have enemies like that, which you can't... I mean, first glance, you don't really know what the enemy is. I mean, some of them you do, kind of like Mr. Wiggler over there. But Iggy Mole, it's kind of odd. These guys are Spinies. I mean, yeah, you kind of have an idea, because the enemies do share the interactions of their counterparts, but it's different enough that it's like you kind of question it. Also, that's yeah. As far as I know, there's nowhere to really go here, because you can go here, but then you can't even jump to that. There's no way to continue. From what I can tell, I could be wrong, but I can't figure out a way to actually, like, really continue here. But I do know if you go back in the pipe, it leads you to the midway point. Also, another spot where you learn that those are munchers, where you may not want to know that they're munchers. Also, this is water. Yeah, but as I said, very much like a fever dream, where things are just happening because... Why are you getting caught on that ledge? That is bugging the crap out of me. And of course I can't jump out of it because it's moving up slightly. And I'm going to get that dragon coin. Wait for it, I guess, now. As I dance around, there we go. And now I am in here. In another spot with... And that's another thing I was saying, is the enemies share similar interactions with their normal counterparts. So Hoppy Flame there is a Spiny, so you know you can't jump on it. And Rip Van Fish was a Spiny, so you know you can't jump on that. But unless you know that you can spin jump on Rip Van Fish, you may think that you can just jump on it normally, because that's never something that you can do in the normal game. It's just not. It's not something that you can do in the normal game at all. So, I don't know. It is a fairly big stretch to expect the player to know this. No, I want the coin! There we go. And now I have Infinite Cloud. Cloud in water. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hoppy Flames. Hoppy Flames are the devil in water, because they go super far. But now I can skip around up here because I don't need to wait. The platform, however, is kind of awkward with the cloud, because it still works, but you can get yourself trapped in the land. And I was going backwards for some reason. So there's that. I don't know. I don't think you can actually get in that pipe. I missed a dragon coin somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where, because I got them all the first time. But this level also has a secret exit that now I have to remember how to get, because it involves getting a P-switch that I don't fully remember where it is. So there is that. I do remember, like, where the secret exit is. I just don't remember 100% how to get it. Because it involves... Oh. Yeah, I guess that is death. Because it involves... There it is. That is what I'm looking for, I believe. Or not. Maybe that was just there to get that. Anyway, it involves this block. You need a P-switch to be able to get a door to appear there. I just don't fully remember where the door or the P-switch is. because it's not there. And if you go up here, it's not here. But yeah, I'm trying to think of where the P-switch is. Because you can go in here. Because you can't go that way. You can go in here. And you can't go back. So I will return to the beginning of the level. And I will be right back as I figure it out again. Okay, I remember where it is and I remember what I did wrong. You need the switch palace to be able to get the secret exit. So you go in here, blah blah, you do the switch thing, blah blah blah. Which is, I thought I did it right, and I was wondering why I did it wrong, because I didn't get the switch palace. So, where you jump down to that pipe, where that 1-up was, and then all of that. So if you come down here, okay, now I'm confused, because there's supposed to be a P-switch right here. I will be back again. Okay, Yoshi's house, the green switch is there, which I completely forgot about. There you go. That is what you need. Yoshi's house first, not the switch palace. Okay, now I'm here. Now I have the P-switch in hand. You need to go up there to this platform. So that platform there has a magical secret door on it. That, I mean, it's pretty obvious there's going to be something there. But it leads you to the inverted land space with Resnors that float around at you. And upside down turtles. Not a very hard level, especially if you have fireballs to get rid of Chuckman there. Kind of a little annoying if you don't have fireballs, because you have sleepy baby Yoshis and upside down turtles and all that. But it's not undoable. I actually did this without having Fire Flower the first time. So it's not undoable. It's just a little bit harder. And there we go. Baby Yoshi that's super hungry, trying to nom everything that possibly can. So I need to dodge the Resnor and keep going. So I will say this is kind of a water thing done right. And now all of them are awake forever, which is not exactly the worst thing in the world, because I killed off most of them anyway. So, there. But, there we go. That was kind of weird. Kind of just sucked me into the key in the keyhole. But, there we have it. That is Sky at the Weird. Kind of a fever dream. I like the level. Not sure I'm sold on the enemy replacements. But, it is what it is. Anyway, Yoshi's Island 1. Unnamed level. But, not a bad level. I'm trying to think if this is one of the really long ones or one of the not so long ones. I honestly cannot remember. Also, I really like this song. It's like a Toho song. I know that. But I have come to have a great appreciation for the Toho music as of late. And it is amazing. Almost every song from Toho that I've heard is just pure amazingness. And I took a hit there for no reason. Bop! Bop! There we go. And get over here and dodge the things. I'm trying to think if there's one spot in here I want to say, yeah, that's it. Where you have to do a weird jump. And your mushroom that you can't get because it goes the wrong direction. I want to say there's also a spot where the parachuting guys kind of ambush you a little bit. So, for the most part, this level is fair. I don't think it does anything out of the ordinary, doesn't question or make the player question anything. But it does have a couple spots that could be construed as a little unfair. but I do not believe that myself. Also, that pipe doesn't do anything, and I completely wasted my fire flower. But I'll just run up this hill regardless. Bop! And a lot of those pipes that you think would do something, they really don't. They don't do anything. And I thought I was going to jump over that shell. But, oh well. Yeah, this is one of the not long levels. And do that. And that's not a jump you have to make by jumping on the guy, but it does make it a tad easier. That was bad playing on my part. Jump over both of them! There we go! And dodge that. This, because of how fast-paced it is, for an auto-scroll level, it's actually really fun. I really like this level because it keeps the player on their toes and they're constantly having to move, and you don't have periods of just sitting there. That is how you do a really good auto-scroll level. That's how you do a really good auto-scroll level, is you keep the player in motion most of the time. Anyway, I'm going to end it here for this video. This has been Ninja Boy, and I will be back with more of the entries next time. See you guys then.